Welcome to our Mastering Male Energy series on the powers of alignment. This is a four-part series, and today episode we will be talking about episode one, the rebuild, rebuilding from lust, awareness, and reset. And most men would think that having this desire or lust is the problem. In fact, it is not, because the problem here is not the unconscious use of the energy, because this same energy can be used to build, create, or it can actually pull the man and destroy him from his focus and his cause of purpose. So the question is, are you leading it or is it leaking you? So what this really is, let's just be very candid with ourselves that this energy or this desire that we have is not something that is dirty, like what a lot of people say, a taboo word. This is very dirty. Having lust is dirty. And it is not wrong for able-bodied men to experience that, because this is a life force itself. It gives man's drive and it builds intensity at a certain period, certain season, or even certain times of the day. So this same energy is as equivalent to a man having ambition, a drive for this hunger to win, and to make him feel alive. However, the challenge is when you have so much energy and drive, yet the man does not have a direction. The man usually seeks to find an outlet that is the fastest way to dissipate. And all these fast outlet, as it builds, becomes a habit. A lot of men, if they do not have a clear and purposeful direction, it will become wasteful outlet, just inconvenient release, or it might even be a distraction where some men's not knowing how to hold this fire, they may find it inconvenient to feel this kind of urge and desire at random times of the day. So as we reframe this thought, this energy, if it's misdirected, let's not beat up ourselves, because this might be the first time that you are coming in awareness with this energy, and there's nothing wrong to direct it on a fast outlet. Let's not have this moral judgment that it is a failure. So let's go into a cycle first. Usually what happens is the man would have different, depending on which time of the day or which season of your life, there's the energy and the urge that rises. Then there will be body tension, tightening of the body, the hands, the shoulders, maybe the midsection of your body. This energy it becomes stronger over time. As we are able body, we are alive. So as it gets stronger, what do a lot of men do? If they do not have a clear direction to channel it, the man usually gives in to just release this energy and tension. And when this relief is achieved, there will be a drop in terms of the energy, which may cause a moment of numbness, emptiness, and some may even feel a disconnect from the world or with the people around them. And over time, as this is practiced, some men might even feel the kind of guilt towards this release. So, what happens when there's a guilt? You try to numb the guilt and you go back to releasing it to disconnect again, and the cycle repeats. So, this cycle repeats is not just a physical draining itself, it moves the man away from focus. And as a result of moving away from focus, there's a lack of clarity in the daily being. And in order to build momentum on that area of focus, the constant repetition of needing to release the energy, go back to focus, clarity, there is no momentum at all. And it becomes like life. Whenever the energy goes up, the man needs to react to it, to dissipate it, rather than holding it with intention. So simple explanation here. If I go deeper into the hidden drivers, and mind you, this energy is not always about sex. And why do I say that? Because what's truly underneath this desire that's building up inside our able body, there could be stress that's building up, so that the body reacts to when there's stress, there needs to be drive in order to work through it. And maybe as a matter of men who do not have a clearer purpose and are not driven, it builds up this fire to let the man feel alive so that he can feel that he is enough. And also could also be when there is areas in our life that we do not want to face, this fire can temporarily numb and let the man avoid facing what he needs to face. So quite a few things here. It also could be as a matter of loneliness. We need to the man wants to find an outlet to just numb and release. Or it could simply be a restless day, a restless moment. Let me make myself feel alive and to find a channel that I can quickly get release and relief. So the key thing is when this last or this desire builds up, there's a choice to a shortcut of relief, or instead of holding it and feeling it. Easier said than done. However, and from this video, we can be aware that there's a choice. So whenever this reaches a certain point where we feel that the body needs to react to it, and before we do that, we can come to terms with ourselves. What are we avoiding right now? It could it could be it could be things like there's a path and purpose that I want to pursue. There's an important work that needs to be done. Or there's a very uncomfortable relationship or communication situation that I have always put away and unwilling to face. And so when the man seeks a quick relief, he will just not pursue what is truly important. Because over time, but the thing is, it doesn't work this way. Even if the man seeks release, because the energy doesn't disappear, it will continue to build back up, and the cycle will repeat again, and eventually become stronger and stronger. And the need for relief and release also needs to be more intense. And how does a man becomes intense in this area is crazy, because the numbness and the shortcut no longer helps to numb the avoidance. And as a result, this becomes it could possibly lead to a lot of unhealthy compulsive behaviors for some men. And as we pause right now, we need to understand and realize that this energy is not meant to be removed. It will always build up as an able-bodied male. We are meant to lead it as this arises, means we direct it. So this direction here, let's talk about a few key points so that we know how to structure this properly. So as the first shift comes in with awareness, so notice whenever there is this drive and desire that builds up, let's take as long as possible pause to come to awareness. Okay, there's this power that's building up right now. Okay, as I use my example, okay, there's this power that's building up right now. Okay, pause. What do I do with it? Okay, let me take ownership of this power and stop blaming that, it's because of this, it's because of that. I suddenly felt this power rising up. Okay, take ownership. This is within me, myself. Yes, this is the power that is rising up. This is my energy, and I take ownership. So now, with awareness and ownership, I want to redirect it. Yes, I do have a choice to release through shortcuts. But today, at this moment, I choose to channel it somewhere else. So where do I channel it? I mean, for my life, I will use it to, okay, let's just focus on the deals that I'm working on to close the deals. I can prospect a new prospect. And for those in business, you can come up with new business ideas, or simply A man's day, we can go to the gym, work it out, take a walk, take a run, swim, or we can take initiative with our community of friends, initiate, meet up, conversations, come up with new ideas, plannings for holidays. Or for those who love to write, this is a time, hey, I have ideas. I want to just sit down with my laptop for the next 2 hours, let this energy build, and I just put into pen and paper and just start writing. And this same energy that's rising here, a choice of a shortcut release versus here, holding the energy, creation. At the end of the 2 hours, you can realize the outcome is very different. So imagine that over time, over, I don't know, 7 days a week. How about 4 weeks a month, 12 months in a year? And how much creation can there be? And the key distinction here is a man who is not aligned. I'm not saying that they are weak because we are all able-bodied men. Okay, as long as you are, I don't know, man, you are 15 years and above, all the way until you are 60, maybe even beyond, you will still have this energy that's building up inside you. And the reaction immediately to react versus an aligned POA man who can hold this fire as many times as possible into creation. This is where the momentum and habit builds up. And as a matter of momentum and habit builds up, a new identity will be reinforced and created within ourselves. So for men who are trying to suppress or just resist or ignore this building desire and energy, there is no way that you can go against this nature. However, when you learn alignment, how to carry it without losing yourself. But first acknowledge that this desire is not weakness. It is the mismanagement of it. And when it is held properly, one time, two time, over time, as it becomes a habit, the focus, the drive, the creation power. And as a result, you become a much more genuine, authentic, attractive man because you yourself will start to love and like yourself, learning how to use this energy as you channel the focus. So remember, this energy is not for you to run away from as you practice the powers of alignment. My dear friends, you will learn how to hold it and create an identity for yourself that truly man is for you. And with that, I will see you for our next series.